Coming up in today's episode, I managed to find some tenuous link to The Only Way is Essex so I could put on a dress.
I quite fancy you, Darren. I am obscenely wealthy and highly promiscuous.
But first of all, I have the mother of all giveaways. Fast Hosts got in touch and said, Paul, would you like to please give away 2 tickets to the South by Southwest Festival? And this thing is phenomenal. They're giving away flights and accommodation and tickets for this thing, and all you've got to do is 1, be based in the UK, and 2, have the answer to this question. What is Fast Host's IPS tag? That's it. Simple as that. I'll give you more information at the end of this video, so you're going to have to sit through the whole thing to find out exactly where you need to answer this question. Don't put it in the comments, that won't work. So at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can enter. Stick around. Some of you guys asked if I could check out the Philips Hue HDMI Sync box. Now this is a box that basically takes what's on your TV screen and then tries to translate that into coloured lights in the outside world. And I thought to myself, that's a pretty good idea. But it came from Philips Hue, the devil. So then I thought I should probably try and source an alternative if I can, but before I do, I'll just double check that this HDMI Sync box isn't like mind-blowingly good or anything. Massive failure! Terrible! Doesn't work! When it works, it's awesome! If it would only work! Fatally flawed! What about the smart TV? Question marks! Garbage! Now whenever I do an anti-Philips Hue video, the comments section is always filled with Philips Hue owners telling me I'm bald or I hate this YouTube channel, it's like a kids TV show. I don't care, and neither does Mr. Socky. Do you, Mr. Socky? No! So, the whole, Philips Hue thing, I'm kidding around. I don't hate you, I don't hate the products, I just hate the company, and I hate the amount of money that they charge for everything. You seriously need to do yourself a favour and stop buying their garbage. This, for example, is this much money. I can't bring myself to look at it. It's disgusting, and it's typical of them. If you do decide to take out a second mortgage on a lump of plastic that fell straight out of the butt crack of hell, then, unfortunately, you're going to be paying more than £200 for a box that will deprive you of HDR+, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos. What decade did they make this for? Philips have actually been achieving this on gaming PCs for years. What they've always done is said if you install this little piece of software on your computer, it will monitor your graphics card and translate that to the lights in the outside world, which works flawlessly. But I always kind of looked at it and thought, meh, what's the point? I don't get it. We're taking an 8 million pixel display and we're adding 3 or 4 large pixels. Why? I don't understand. That is, of course, until you sit in front of bias lighting for the first time. So I got this Govee bias light and I put it behind my father-in-law's TV, we sat down and watched a movie, and my brain went, oh, that's what it does. It doesn't extend the image, obviously, it just makes your periphery vision have something to look at. And the consequence of this is twofold. The first thing is, everything feels much bigger. I'm looking at the screen, but I've got this feeling around the screen. But second of all, and more importantly, without it, everything around the screen is dark. And that contrast between your very bright screen and your very dark room isn't good for your eyes. So the whole point of bias lighting, apart from giving you that great vibe of having this big feeling, is to actually protect your eyes from strain by giving you less of a contrasted image between your very bright TV and your very dull room. Step 1. Clean the back of the television using the supplied alcohol gel. Are you using your jumper? Stop using your jumper. Fine, use your jumper. Step 2. Carefully peel off the adhesive strips from the LED. Or use blue tack. You could just blue tack it to the back of the telly. That'll definitely stay. So once you've got all of the LED strips somehow attached to the back of your television, don't use blue tack, then it's time to install the camera. What do you mean, what camera? I felt exactly the same way. So when I unboxed this thing and I pulled out this tiny little webcam, I thought, what the hell is that for? And then it dawned on me. And I went, oh god, it's to watch the picture and to try and then decipher the colours. It's never gonna work. Not in a billion years. So I went round to the father-in-law's house because I only have projectors at my house. I attached the LED strip, I put the camera in place. I thought, actually, it doesn't look that bad, it's only small. If it works, it's gonna be great. It's just, I don't think it's gonna work. Plugged it in, and it worked. Really well. This thing isn't perfect, I am not going to pretend that it is. If you go literally to any YouTube channel with somebody demonstrating the Philips Hue HDMI Sync box, you'll find a person going, "Wow, it's amazing! I can't believe how good it is! Buy it now through my affiliate link." I wonder why they want you to think it's amazing. It could be because they're getting a lot of commission. I'm going to tell you the flat out truth in both cases. They are the same. I think this is no better and no worse than the Philips Hue HDMI Sync box is at doing things like picking the right colour, so it doesn't get it right every single time, it gets it right probably 93% of the time. It also isn't immediate that the colour changes, you can see it for yourself. In my video capture here, you can see the colour on the screen changes, and it's like the slightest fraction of a second later. And I don't think it's noticeable. I just think you should know that that is the case, because it is the case for both this and the HDMI Sync box from Philips. You'll also find that your mileage will vary depending on what you're watching. So I watched a football match, and greens it doesn't do quite so well with. It doesn't immediately jump to green like it should do every time it's on the screen. I mean, it is filling the screen, therefore it should be picking that colour, but the little box is kind of going, what colour is that then? It's green! It's loads of green! Other programmes, accidentally watched some of The Only Way is Essex. What is that show about?
I quite fancy you, Darren. I am obscenely wealthy and highly promiscuous.
That's funny, because I'm also obscenely wealthy and highly promiscuous. Dead horny, innit? What is it? It's just awful. But it did a really good job of picking out the colours for that show. There was a cooking show which was super bright with loads of different colours, and it really showed off how well it was able to capture those colours and recreate them outside of the TV. It absolutely adds something, and as soon as we took it away, my father-in-law switched it off temporarily, we all went, geez, without it, there is just a completely lacking experience. It's just not the same without it there. So yes, this thing is not perfect, but it really does add something when it works. And if you're finding that there's something that you're watching where it's just not working, you can always switch the bias off and just have a standard nice neutral colour. I really like the way this thing works. The only other negative thing I've really got to say about it is that it is not powered by the television, and it doesn't recognise when the TV is flat off and switch the lights off. The lights are on all of the time unless you tell the lights themselves to turn off via the app, or, more importantly, using Google Home or She That Should Not Be Named. If you have either of those things, you could just have a routine that switches off both the TV and the LED strip. Aside from that, it works brilliantly with its own software. The software is flawlessly implemented. It is super easy to set up. The ability to alter brightness, to set a specific color, to change it to a music mode so it listens to music and makes a disco in your house if that's what you're into, and does all of the bias lighting thing. Absolutely flawless software. Really, really impressed. Govee also do other LED strips and I think like light bulbs and stuff. Lots of different lighting products that will all work via this app and work with your home automation artificial assistant. Really, really well implemented. And now the bad news. Unfortunately, Govee have only produced this particular product for 55-inch TVs and above. That's massive! Like flipping enormous! I went round my house because I like this thing that much, thinking, where could I put a 55-inch TV? Nowhere! I don't have any wall space left for something that large. Fortunately, I think a lot of people do have 55-inch TVs in their living rooms, but I have a projector in my living room. I was looking in, like, the downstairs toilet. It's not gonna happen for me. But my father-in-law has removed the blue tack and stuck these things to his telly because it is a wicked product. He is that impressed with it, and so am I. If you're looking for an alternative for the Philips Hue HDMI Sync box, you found it. This is a really, really cool idea. Like I said, not entirely perfect, doesn't always get it nailed, but when it does, it's amazing, and it really does make a difference to your experience. If you're looking for something, it's in the description right now, and you'd be doing me a big favor by using my affiliate links. I'll get some commission at no cost to you. Right, we're going to do the Fast Hosts competition now, and the reason I'm smiling is because I finally get to do like a proper radio DJ infomercial, like I'm like Dr. Fraser Crane or something. I've got the bald head for it, the trolls will tell you that. So here we go, best radio DJ voice. Fast Hosts offer a wide range of web hosting products and other services to help bring your projects to life. If you're based in the UK and looking to start a business, or already have, you're going to need a website to go with it. Regardless of your experience, Fast Hosts can give you the tools to build a strong web presence. Did I do that right? Is that how you do that? So in all seriousness, Fast Hosts are awesome. I have used them in both business and my personal life, like, long before I started doing this whole YouTube thing. If you're looking for somebody who could set you up with, like, a proper domain name, such as mine, paulhibbert.co.uk, or you wanted, like, a web hosting service where they would host your website on their servers so it was available to the internet, you could use these guys for that. They also do, like, email hosting and all sorts of hosting experiences. If you're interested in Fast Hosts, which you should be because they're brilliant, go have a look in the description for that. And also, answer the question I gave you at the beginning of this video in the link that is in the description. Don't put it in the comments section, you will not win that way. If you want to win this competition, you need to click on the link in the description, answer the question I gave you at the beginning of the video, and that's it, job done. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video. More people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know you want to be notified when I upload stuff. Come and be one of these awesome people here. These are my patrons and they make these videos a possibility. Without them, I would not still be doing this. I can't thank them enough. I say it constantly like some kind of stuck record. Come and be one of these guys at either Patreon or you can buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will love you forever. These are my social medias, my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams. If you come and hang out with me there, I would definitely make you laugh. That's it. I shall see you next time. Bye-bye. What? Don't pretend this isn't doing it for you. I know what you like. What is that show about? It's just a pill about your butt from here, papa. That wasn't a good impression of someone from Essex, was it? Try again. That is it. I should probably start again. Fast Hosts offer a wide range. I'm not happy with what I've just done. I'm going to start again. Pretend to be a radio DJ reading a commercial. Why can't I speak?